The room went silent when he said it. Not a dramatic silence. No music, no gasps, just the kind where every breath feels too loud. My sister was laughing at me, again. And then her fiancé looked straight at me, his smile draining away, and whispered, "Wait, you're the judge." That's the moment I realized karma doesn't rush. It waits. I've always been the quiet one in my family. Not shy, just private. The kind of person who listens more than they speak. My sister, Lauren, is the opposite. She fills rooms. She commands attention. She tells stories loud enough to make sure everyone knows she's winning at life. Growing up, she was the star, cheer captain, prom queen, the one teachers remembered. I was the afterthought. The one who went away for school. The one who didn't post much. The one whose success didn't come with applause. Lauren used to say I was mysterious. Then it turned into secretive. Then probably unemployed. I never corrected her, because the truth was quieter and heavier than anything she could imagine. Lauren's engagement party was held at a downtown rooftop venue, glass railings, string lights, champagne flutes clinking like tiny bells of celebration. I almost didn't go. But my mother begged. "Just show up," she said. "It would mean a lot." So I showed up in a simple navy dress, hair pulled back, minimal makeup. I blended into the background like I always do. Lauren spotted me within minutes. "Oh my God," she said loudly, pulling her fiancé Mark closer. "You came." She hugged me stiffly, then stepped back and looked me up and down. "That's what you're wearing." Laughter nearby. I smiled. "Hi to you too." She turned to her friends. "This is my sister, the mysterious one. No one knows what she does. We think she's a spy or unemployed or both." More laughter. I felt my face heat up, but I kept my expression calm. I'd learned that reacting only fed her. Mark chuckled politely. "Nice to meet you," he said. "Lauren told me a bit." "Oh?" I asked. "Yeah," Lauren jumped in. "That she hates attention, avoids family events, and probably judges us all silently." She winked. If only she knew. Dinner was served, speeches followed. Lauren took the mic, glowing. She thanked her friends, her parents, and finally she looked straight at me. "And of course," she said, smiling sweetly, "my sister, for keeping us all humble by doing whatever it is you do." The crowd laughed again. I felt something shift inside me, not anger exactly, more like acceptance. She was never going to stop. Later, as dessert was being plated, Mark joined me by the railing overlooking the city. "So," he said casually, "Lauren says you're hard to read." "I've been told." "What do you do, if you don't mind me asking?" I hesitated, just a beat. "I work in public service." "Oh," he nodded, "like nonprofit stuff." "Something like that." He smiled, satisfied, and went back to Lauren. I watched them together, her radiant confidence, his relaxed charm, and wondered how long it would last. Because earlier that week, I'd seen Mark's name on my docket. 2 weeks later, I received a formal request for disclosure. Case number 48,721. Defendant Mark R. White-collar fraud. Evidence was strong. Very strong. And I was the presiding judge. I'd considered recusal, briefly. But ethics didn't require it. We weren't close, and he didn't even know what I did. So I stayed. The morning of the hearing, Mark walked into the courtroom laughing with his attorney, until he saw me. I watched the color drain from his face. He leaned toward his lawyer, whispering urgently. I adjusted my robe, looked down at the bench. "Good morning," I said calmly. "Please be seated." That's when he said it. Barely audible. "You're the judge. Court isn't about drama. It's about precision." Mark tried to settle, tried to delay, tried to posture. None of it worked. Evidence spoke louder than charm ever could. Email transfers, false statements. Lauren sat in the gallery one day, confused, arms crossed, eyes darting between Mark and me. After the hearing, she confronted me in the hallway. "What is this?" she hissed. "Why didn't you tell me?" I looked at her, not cold, not angry, just honest. "You never asked. You let me make a fool of myself." "No," I said quietly, "you chose to." The ruling came down a week later. Guilty. Mark took a plea to reduce sentencing, but the damage was done. His career collapsed overnight. The wedding was postponed, then quietly canceled. Lauren didn't call for months. We saw each other again at Thanksgiving. No speeches, no jokes. Just a long, heavy silence. Finally, she said, "I didn't know you were like that." I smiled softly. "Like what?" "Powerful." I shook my head. "No, just consistent." She nodded, eyes down. That was the moment I realized revenge doesn't need to shout. Sometimes it just stands quietly behind a bench and lets the truth speak. So tell me, if someone underestimated you for years, would you correct them? Or would you let life do it for you?